Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'll be talking about a scary experience from my past. The game in the background is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You guys are probably noticing that the video is sped up a little, right? Well, my goal is to put the whole tutorial segment in a few minutes, so I sped it up. Let's begin. It was the start of a new school year, but I wasn't that excited about it. New math formulas, unnecessary dates from textbooks, state capitals, and more. My school held an event every month or so. This was the first one, so I was pretty excited. Although we had to sit down on the concrete while the hot summer temperature burned my nape, I was excited. This event would take a chunk of the day away. This meant a few minutes of no teaching. This was a blessing from the heavens. I followed my teacher in a single file line with my classmates. I had to have the occasional line break to talk to some friends, but everything went smoothly. We found our area on the blacktop, and I sat with my friends. I was kind of annoyed at where we were sitting, as when I looked up, all I could see were flies, wasps, and dragonflies. The one was the basic one, bullying and school etiquette. We should throw our trash away, keep your hands to yourself, treat others the way you want to be treated, yada yada. You know the usual. We were told to rise up. This old woman came up and started to speak the Pledge of Allegiance. We sat back down and spoke more about random stuff like Minecraft. This was also while the teachers were doing the assembly stuff, but we weren't that interested. We heard this several times before. I would still be looking up though. I didn't want any to land on me. Those disgusting, winged creatures. I've had dreams of capturing every bug in my neighborhood, putting them in a ball, and transporting them to the park. If I could remove each one, but the B-movie live-action remake might happen, and I don't want to hear a bee talk. I hope you guys got that reference. Anyways, I was looking for the creatures of utter disgust. I was more interested in them than the actual assembly or conversation I was having with my friend. That's when it happened. A greenish blue, but more green dragonfly appeared. It was flying around, up, down, left, kind of like the dolphin style in swimming. It then, I kid you not, looked at me 6 feet away, staring into my soul. It then, with extreme grace and speed, landed on my mouth. The dragonfly is now close to my face. I can notice its wings and body, but I'm too scared to even comprehend it. Just notice it. I do remember it looking pretty though. This insect then starts to spin on my lips. I'm now frightened that it's trying to go inside me. I swat it. I didn't touch it though. It flew away before it got close. I'm now on the verge of tears. I was a pretty sensitive kid back then. Even the littlest of damage could make me cry. Something this traumatizing in my opinion probably could have gotten me crying instead of the verge. I looked to my left and right. This was where my friends were sitting. They saw this happen. They were frightened too. Made sense. Seeing a dragonfly taint a young boy isn't the joyous experience we expected from school. I headed towards my teacher to explain what happened. I wanted to wash my mouth since I was scared of where the dragonfly had come from or been. My teacher, astonished, looked towards my friends, who nodded, agreeing with what had happened. Confused, she let me go to the bathroom. As I headed towards the bathroom, I wiped the tears from my eyes and took a handful of water and started to clean my mouth. It could have been my imagination, but I think my mouth was a little white, maybe more pale pink. I then went to the water fountain for a sip of water. My throat was kind of dry from the fear, but it took me a minute since I didn't want any small dragonfly germs that I hadn't washed out to go in me. I gathered some courage and went for a nice drink of water. It was nice and cold, and soon I went back to the blacktop. There, my friends were waiting as they wanted more info on what happened. They saw what happened but not too much, so I explained what happened and we had a quick laugh about it. Maybe my friends were trying to cheer me up. My day went by normal. I ate normal, walked normal, and stayed normal after this. I sadly did not become Dragonfly Man, but I did get a story out of this. Also, would Dragonfly Man even be a cool superhero? I could fly pretty quick and go underwater. After I went home, I headed towards the family computer. I searched up, what happens if a dragonfly lands on you? This is what it said. When a dragonfly lands on you, it may be a sign for you to take life more joyfully and lightly. And also, it is an indicator of great change and transformation that comes your way. Was child me that sad that I needed a dragonfly to remind me to be happy? Probably not, but I did get a nice outlook out of it. Maybe I should take life a little carefree. I cared too much about what people thought about me, and every time I remember the story, I can remember to take life one step at a time, experiencing everything around me. Well, that's all for the story. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing the story as much as I did when talking about it. I was pretty scared during all this, but when it happened, and it helped me get through a lot of stuff too, and remembered it. If you guys enjoyed hearing this story, please like and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, comment. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.